What's up, people? Ross out there here in Singapore, and as always, thank you so much for joining me on the Night Owl podcast. You guys, I have been looking over my business plan and everything that I've done over the year. 2020, you know how it is. Getting close to the end, you start looking at the beginning again and see how far you've come, what you used, what you tried, what didn't work so good, what you want to try going forward, new trends that you're noticing, all that kind of stuff. So I've been going back over everything, right? And I have offered a lot of services, but I haven't offered any products of late. So I thought maybe I'd offer a product. So I was going back over the last few times that I've offered products, and obviously food is a product. I have offered, what have I offered? T-shirts. I made t-shirts and that was a product. And I feel like sometimes it's easier to actually sell a product than it is to sell a service. Now, obviously it's all in the marketing and it depends on how well you're able to articulate what it is that you're able to accomplish with the service itself. But if it's not like a hair service or an eyebrow treatment or a facial or something like that, I feel like it becomes very vague and the transformation process isn't as clear. The other thing is, my transformations, I can't actually guarantee that there's a transformation until you commit to the process. You have to put in the work. You have to show up. You have to ask the questions. You have to do the homework, which means you got to dig down deep. You got to pull up all that ugly stuff that you've been trying really hard to avoid and pretend that doesn't exist. All those skeletons in your closet, you got to go take a look at them. So for my particular brand of products, it's not a pretty process. And the service itself really depends on how engaged you are with me. So if you're willing to actually ask the questions and be brave enough to answer them for yourself, you don't always have to give me the answer, but you got to dig a little deeper. So if you're willing to have those conversations, it's going to work for you. If you're in a group setting and you're willing to actually venture out and tell people what it is that you're battling with, then you get the benefit of everyone else in that group and their perspective. So the potential is there. The ability for you to transform is definitely there. But I still kind of feel like selling a product is so much easier than selling a service. So here I am revamping everything all over again, trying to figure out what I can and can't do, what I can offer this time, because for me as a brand, I kind of feel like I need to offer both. The transformations are better when I get to talk to you, but that doesn't mean that I can't offer a transformation process by giving you a guided journal PDF that you can download, or a set of classes that you can attend online at your own pace, and so you don't have to worry about what I can and can't offer you if you're not in the space where you're willing to sit down in front of me or even get on a phone call with me to speak to me about what's going on. So for those of you out there who are struggling with trying to figure out what it is that you want to package and price this year, what it is that you're going to do in order to make a profit this year, I wanted to offer this little debate that I've been going on, having in my head recently. Services or products? I like the idea of services. I like the idea of being able to offer a piece of yourself, but I also know that there is a time-intensive part that's attached to that, which means you have to give up a part of your day to be able to do this service. My friend Mahabites actually started Main Game Suite, which is in line with her brand Main Game. And she is geared towards helping curly girls discover their curly girl journey. So you change the way you wash and style, you change the products that you use, you're looking for a more natural approach, and you're actually listening to your hair. So you try a product and you find that it doesn't really work with your hair, you realize it's not your hair, it's the product. It's not aligned to what your hair actually needs. Now she went so far as to create a product first, and she did a deep conditioner made of oatmeal, and it was a big hit. We promoted the hell out of it, and we've had such success. And I say we because I wanted to be a part of her team. I wanted to go out there and promote because I've tried her product and I love it. And I know she struggled through the whole entire process of going from, rebonded straight hair to re-establishing a connection with herself, embracing the fact that she is a curly girl and there's no way around it, so she can either fight the curls or she can learn to manage them. So she's learned to manage them, and now she's teaching other people to do the same. So it started, like I said, with her product, which is the deep conditioner, and then she went on to create a full host of services that you can offer, which means she gets to do a scalp analysis. She gets to get her hands on your hair and take a look for herself, and in her experience discover what you might be missing in your hair care regimen and offer that solution. So it worked for her. She started with a product. For another friend of mine, she started with a product as well, and I don't think she's going to offer services, but she is offering a subscription. She started the Chai Baba, and she has been having such a great and responsive community, a very embracing set of people who are looking to collaborate with her, and I couldn't be more pleased for her. So I was happy to promote for her as well, and I'm so proud because she went from being a tuition teacher who taught English to a full-time entrepreneur selling chai on a daily basis. And it is very, very spiritual to her, the process by which she makes the chai. And she finds a lot of contentment and joy in serving people authentic chai. And it's very, very reminiscent of that movie, Miss India. So I couldn't be more proud, and I'm really happy that she started off with a product because now she knows who loves her chai and how much they love it, and she's able to offer a subscription service. So you pay for the whole month, and she just automatically adds you to her delivery cycles, and she makes sure that you get the chai as ordered. She went through a change in her packaging. She made sure that she looked for eco-friendly options. She's very vegan all the way through, and I love that she's stayed true to her own brand, to her own spirit, and it just kind of works for her. So these are two examples of people who started off a business this year, have grown it to such an extent that people are engaging their services or their products on a regular basis, and they've kind of made it. So the next thing would be, how much can you scale from here? For me, though, I started the opposite direction. I actually started with just content. I did not offer any services at first for anything. I didn't offer paid services. I didn't offer free services. I just offered a lot of content. And so from there, I've been continuing to create content, and I feel good about that. But at some point, I had to start making sure that I was able to feed my family, right? So I offered paid services. For a while there, a lot of my clients were overseas, and I was able to supplement my journey by teaching people overseas about their own mental health, about embracing their emotions, understanding what their emotions are telling them so that they can actually their cues from their spirit and manage their lives a little bit easier. So now you're not fighting, what is, you're actually understanding what is, and you're able to make adjustments accordingly so you don't have as much chaos in your life. So it's almost like we did a Marie Kondo, but with emotions and human relationships. So I love what I do. I really, really do. But I've tried a couple different types of services, and one-on-one works the best. I would love to do in-person group therapy, but COVID is giving me a little bit of an issue there. But we've actually done online therapies, and it's actually been quite successful as well. But I think the next level for me is to offer a product. Perhaps I should have started with the product first to show that I know what I'm doing, and then they can ask for a consult because they need clarification or they need to dig a little bit deeper. But the point is, I'm doing it. I did it ass backwards, and I'm okay with doing it ass backwards because it's my journey and I'm figuring it out for myself. So along the way, I've picked up a lot of skills. I've been able to fine-tune some of the things that I teach, and now what I'm trying to offer is very reminiscent of Mind Valley back in the day when they first offered master classes. Now their masterclass series is usually an hour long, and it's with an expert who is being interviewed by Vishen Lakhiani. And when they gave us the masterclass, they also gave us a PDF download ahead of time, which means the masterclass was pre-recorded. So he already knows the content that they're going to cover and how they're going to cover it, in what order. And so the PDF download was created in such a way that they could actually download it first and watch the masterclass and follow along and answer questions so they can get key takeaways, basically. So what I'm trying to do now is think about how I can streamline my process, perhaps do pre-recorded videos that I could pull up every time or offer on Teachable, and then have the PDF download that goes along with them so that people can follow along and pull out the key points that I'm trying to teach. So basically, the evolution that is Rasati and the coaching brand is ongoing, and I've learned a lot from this year, and I can't be more excited to be able to branch out and try something different. As always, I'm watching what everyone else is doing, and not because I want ideas and to be like them, but I'm trying to figure out what would work for me, what would be an easy adjustment for me so that I could actually reach more people and be more effective when it comes to my coaching process. So as far as products and services, I feel like for my particular business, I need products and services in tandem, which means I am attacking it from a level of a teacher. A teacher has many, many different types of students, and each of those students are different kinds of learners. So I have auditory stuff for people who are good at auditory learning. I have things that people need to write down for people who really need to write things down in order to remember them well. I have live videos for people who need something visual. I have hands-on training programs that you can sit down one-on-one with me, and we can really try to apply things in real time for you in your life. I'm trying to create solutions from the angle that I have many different kinds of learners, probably in different levels of their journey, and I want to be able to make sure that I have something for everyone. Even though the course work might be the same, it would be presented in different platforms and different methodologies so that you can actually still get the best possible information the best way I know how. So I'm hoping you'll stay tuned. I'm hoping you'll enjoy the new course load that's coming out in 2021. But in the meantime, you guys, I want you to think about your own journey, whether you are an entrepreneur or not, whether you're finding, side hustles to make additional income, it doesn't matter. Pay attention to the way you learn, pay attention to the things you're willing to try, and pay attention to the accounts that turn your head, because everyone is interested in certain aspects of life on purpose. That is part of your purpose, it's part of your passion. And if you just learn to focus on your curiosity, you'll find yourself with your passion in no time. I hope this helped you guys. Thanks.